Hey, so I thought it'd be a cool idea, in addition to what I discussed in the channel intro video, where like if I find something cool, a quirky little trick, or like a nifty feature, I'll do a video about it. Or if I find a problem, and let's say it takes me like 3 hours, but it's like you could fix it in 5 seconds if you knew the answer, and that sort of stuff. Alongside that, thought I'd post a branch slash update video each time I do a new branch. So in terms of what's gone on here is on the right, you see I'm about to move into this branch. I've just completed this section, so it was getting things to work. So if you saw my holster video, you'd see there was like a prototype V version 2 of like the PDW, rather than just PDW, like personal defense weapon, so like the SMG, rather than just having it appear in his back, so holstered, appear in his hands, unholstered. I created like a sort of a Boolean transition with like an order of precedence, so like just unholstered, just holstered, so then it would flow through the animation of him getting it out and then putting it back. So I already had that with the PDW. I included that with the service pistol, so the handgun. I've replicated that. I can go through that after I've just done like a run through of what I've changed. Line trace working. So there's another video to do with a bug where with the orthographic camera, where for some reason I think it was constraint aspect ratio on the camera, stick to yes, and because it was yes, that line trace was just not behaving how I expected. So that's in a video. I've made credits, so money, currency, persistent throughout the level changes, whether that's like a load save on like a load slot on like a save slot, or like a level transition where I've created an auto save, which you see is directly below. So I've set slot 0 in the save system to, I've renamed it from 0 to auto. You're unable to save over it manually, if I remember correctly, and every time you enter a new level, it'll save it instantly. The first thing it does, like first tick or something, or not first tick, but when that level loads up on construct, it'll do it. Upgraded the death logic, so just bundled that into a function that does everything it needs to do, and fixed an in-game. Oh, was it fixed in-game open level via door persistence? Yeah, so essentially, if you're going through a door, it wouldn't persist your quests the same as if you loaded up a level, because they both use an open level function, and they both use the game instance. But how it was working was there was indifferences. So if I just go through like top to bottom, so in terms of let's see, the pistol. I did another video going through like animation blueprints to do with that holster thing. I have a quickly gloss of like paper ZD, things like that. So I just grab this. So in terms of the pistol, what I did to replicate it, if I just run it and show you. Alright, so let's grab the pistol, put it into there. You'll see that's that transition I'm talking about. You see, rather than it just, if I move, that's how it would normally behave. Because I haven't created the transition for like the walking version of it. But that's the transition for that. In terms of the line trace, I think when I upgraded the branches, published the branches, done something weird, because that should be moving with the mouse. So okay, so I'll look at that, but at least it works now. And I've got it, so I've created locational damage on the enemies, which on this next branch I'm doing 1.0 0.1.8.3, that will get ammo sorted. So you see like that appears there on the bottom. once the ammo's sorted, then you'll be able to see me being able to like shoot him in the head, shoot him in the chest, shoot him in the body, shoot him in the legs. But there's a bunch of other extra functionality that'll come to light once I get ammo and line trace fully perfect. Like you see here, if I press B, it goes through the different weapon modes. This should really just have best and full auto, but because I've upgraded a bunch of stuff to like a version 2 system, I need to upgrade the ammo system to a version 2 along with the fire mode system. So that'll be coming in probably this one. So how I did the animation is just here. So I already did it with a PDW. So I just so when you're idle, it just flags a bunch of stuff like you saw in that previous video to do with holsters. If you haven't, you might want to watch it because I won't go over too much of it in this video. But yeah, like I said, booleans, order of hierarchy. So if that's true, then do that one. Else look at this, and if that's true, that one. Else do this. So you see, there is a precedence there. So I straight up just copied and pasted that and dumped it into here, and then I just changed this from being like holster PDW to holster pistol. So obviously, I've already created the animation sources, and I create in Photoshop sprite list. I import it. I then extract it, or set it as a 2D sprite. Then I extract it. Then I create flipbooks. Then I create animation sources, and then I just get it to point the animation data to like the flipbooks. So this is what you're seeing. So yeah, and then all these flipbooks fuse together to make. I'll go to the PaperZD animation blueprint, so the ABP. PaperZD is a free plugin, absolutely fantastic and critical if you want to do 2D games. So yeah, this is the other side of it. So this is what you see. So this is just idle, and then it's got a bunch of rules for when it's idle's default. But then yeah, if you're crouching and you're moving, if you're crouching and not moving at all, up or down, up, down, left, right, none of that, then crouch idle. But if you're crouching and moving, so you're not null essentially. So you have there's a value change there because you're moving, then like crouch walk. So that's how it works. That's like a bit of a glossing over like issue 40 I fixed. Well, like issue/enhancement 40. Line trace working did work perfectly. Something to do with the branch has bugged it out. I just need to double check it. It'd just be doing something weird in the event begin play since I like swapped over to like the advanced one where there's that's mouse, that's controller, and then yeah, if you shoot, I've upgraded this bit, simplified it a bit, back to vectors rather than loads of different floats. Yeah, so I had a bit of like random float when you're shooting to make it shake. Did a video on that. Had something to do with the word sways in it, so you'll be able to find it in the playlist. So yeah, got that sorted. Credit persistence was relatively a bit less straightforward than the standard event begin play where I feed it to a game instance with like a bind. Because credits, in my infinite wisdom, I decided to put credits in the inventory system. So the inventory system is not this blueprint. The inventory system needs to be spawned. So yeah, it's not in the event begin play. The bind for the credits is in the new game that then spawns it. Well, is it valid? If it's not valid, spawn it. And then it adds, creates the credits, maintains the credits, like the min-max, pulls it from the game instance, feeds it in. Got another video on event dispatches, which are these going into like great detail about how to persist it through. But yeah, got that sorted and upgraded a whole new game sort of logic, autosave stuff. So if I just actually autosaves in here, go to saves, autosave to slot 0. So this is really crazy looking. in the video to do with quest persistence, there's someone called Unreal Game Dev. So Unreal, and then it's uh, GAIME Dev on Unreal. It's slot 1 to slot 3, and this is the bones of this is essentially 80% of what he recommended in this video. And then I've just tweaked it to hardcode it set to slot 0, and then as well as it feeding it to the local variable that then goes into the local quests of this guy, your player, the protagonist. It also feeds it to the game instance because it's an array. Like I said in the another video I did with the workaround event dispatches. Because it's an array, you can't use the classic event dispatches you've seen here. It just will not have it. So I set it essentially just like this. So you see I've just done like a classic set. So it sets it to the game instance. Works just as good. And then I just get it to pull out. So if I just show you what the thing looks like, all saves will be grayed out because you're not, unless you're in like a save room, you can't save. So this is just like a safety check to make sure someone doesn't save before the load game. See, the top one is auto, so it's in the hallway at the moment. So if I just walk into here and go into there, well, it's none at the moment because I need to upgrade the door names. But let's keep going. Let's go back to hallway. It hasn't persisted it. It's because I've come from another room. 1 second, sorry. I have lots of player stats. Depending on what room you go in, depends on where you enter in that level. So you see there's more than one place to enter in this level. So this will work. There you go. And if I do it now, it should say hallway because I've essentially just updated that door here. It's there. You see on the little right, it looks for that. That's what it dumps into that save file. So that's why it said hallway level when we left this one, but it didn't say hallway level because these are all blank because I've upgraded the door blueprint with the autosave, but I haven't gone through all the other levels yet. I'll just quickly go through the autosave. So this one, oh, let's see. So it's in quest. Oh no. Sorry, it's not in quest. You saw the autosave blueprint function, which is this. This function is run on. Oh, let's zoom out a bit. I don't normally split screen it. Door. So I got it to say so the other actor that comes into range with the door, or well, the box collision thing. Then that's protagonist because it's going to be you because you're the one walking into it. Enable input, and then because you can enable input, because you flagged in range, then in range true. When you go to use the door, it will run that autosave blueprint you saw, and then I just flag it as a protagonist and the level description name. That's null at the moment, but that is what you see. I've got it on. Call it expose and spawn. So that's why when you click on it, it's that. So that's what I need to upgrade for. That's what I need to type in for each one of the levels, and then that'll just give it the name needed. So that is how I do an autosave every time you enter a new room. So that covers you back in terms of like it persists quests and persists all the information in the game like the game instance logic, as well as going through a door, through a level load in a door, as well as going through a level load through a save load. The death grade logic is just here. It's nothing massively fantastic. Essentially, I had it where is dead equals true. Then I'd do like a couple of little things here to just go, oh, you're dead, do this, do that. But instead, I just created a separate custom event to say run count equals 0. Run count relates to the original event dispatches video going through the benefits of it. I have my main menu working on a event begin play. So obviously every time you load a level it's going to show you main menu, but I didn't want that. So I created a incremental run count that would starts at 0, you play the game, 1, and then feed that value 1 to the game instance run count. So the game instance run count is 1. And break the crux of it is if run count is anything greater than 0, don't run the main menu. Hence, the main menu only runs once. On death, you're going to want the main menu to come back because you're dead. So then it just resets the run count here. Well, it resets the run count in the game instance, which then on event begin play resets the game, turns this blueprint's run count into 0. If I'll just show you, makes it straightforward. So there you go. So event begin play is this thing there. Okay, so you see, pull in the game instance is run count. That becomes this blueprint's run count. Run count feeds into main menu. Main menu function. If run count is less than 1, then create the main menu. Else, just go straight to new game. That's where it just only does the main menu once. If you die, it just wipes your quests, and then just opens the start level. Start level's hard coded to just protagonist bedroom level. If I go into, I can never remember where I was. So then yeah, and then after you've done it, just increment by 1. So that run count becomes 1. This run count now gets set as 1, and then I call the game instance run count to match this run count. So 1, 1, and that's why on death I need it to be 0. Call it 0, which then on the next level load, run count becomes 0 across the board. Update the health, just default values. Just make sure that's covered, and then just run the main menu widget. I'll just go get myself murdered, and you'll see exactly what I mean. I can't remember if it loads straight to main menu or it just loads straight to the level. I believe I fixed the bug. So
Hey, you, fuckhead.
yeah, shout on. So I'll die now.
Danger.
That's a placeholder. Yeah, there we go, main menu, and then you're dead, and then all your quests are defaulted and everything. So that's the on death. And then fixed in-game door, open it where it didn't match. That was essentially because these never used to be here. Originally it was that in the video, and then I upgraded it to the, I didn't do a video about me upgrading it to an autosave. But originally it was just straight up, interact, open level, and then it was missing quests, but now you'll see. Last one. So let's give ourselves a couple quest. So there we go. So there's the quest. If we go into this room, I need to flag it to, essentially if visible, keep visible in the widgets. But yeah, so it keeps it like that. Or if so that's a level load persisting the quests, and this no, that's a level load going through like a level room transition. So going through a door and it persists the quest. This is a gate. So that's level load persisting the quest. This is a save load persisting the quests. So there's two. That's the difference. That's why there's two different ways to load. There's two different ways to save. Two different ways to open level essentially. So I needed two different ways to feed that information in. And yeah, a bit of a long one. This first one I've done, but this video is in relation to this. The next branch is going to be focusing on ammo. So I've already got ammo a long time ago, like a version 1. I'll just shrink that. Where is it? There we go. Like a version 1. I need to upgrade all this stuff because it was heavy inventory system, and then it would. I got it up pretty cool where you had like two different ammo types. I had it working for the pistol and the PDW, but the logic was the same. Essentially, if you picked up kinetic ammo, standard ammo, and you used it, you'd have like your current ammo and then your and then your total ammo, and they would be consistently persistent. So if you had like 300 rounds and you use 50, then that would be 250. If you used 300 rounds and you had like, say you had 3 rounds left in your magazine and you swapped to armor piercing ammo, it would save those 3 rounds and it would put them into that little ammo pool, and then it would go to your armor piercing ammo, and then say if you save like 12 rounds in that magazine and then you swap back to standard, it would not only remember the ammo in the total in a separate pool through like this map, it's like key value pair sort of logic. It would also remember what ammo you had in your magazine, because obviously, like, if you're swapping from a magazine to another magazine, you're not technically reloading. So whatever you've got in your last magazine is whatever you're gonna have when you put that last magazine back in. So probably radically revolutionized now. I think this was July 2023. This is version 1, so I need to make it version 2. So yeah, that was pretty cool. And then off the back of that, I event thing. From that, I have like an ammo logger. So that was the consume logic you saw. It pulls it in, looks what ammo you've got, upgrade, feeds the right variables in. And then this was like the ammo logger. So then you'd have like your last ammo type, your previous ammo type, and see that's how it managed to keep it persistent. And then there was like an ammo type and damage. All this is just version 1. That's version 2, the holster thing you saw. You've seen it in that other video if you watched it. Um, but yeah, this is the version 1. So then it just looks at the ammo type, pulls it from the inventory system, does all that stuff, changing ammo, and then this is version 1 with like the fire mode and like the single burst auto. That's all version 1. That needs to be upgraded, but that's what I really want to focus on. Yeah, version 0.1.8.3. But handily enough, I've named it ammo, and yeah, this is like the first, I guess you'd say, like update branch log transition thing. Yeah, I hope you enjoyed it.